What's up? I just finished, literally just finished installing my new Bilstein's 4600 shocks. There she is. Hold on a second. It's hard to show. There she is. Can you see? There she is, right there. New shock installed. I'm making this video because there's some couple learning curves thing that I think is important to learn. I got a 2008 here, Jeep JK, and the shocks were like original, never been done before, right? So there's the rears. You can see them right there, up there. A couple things that are, I think, important to know when you go about this project. The front shocks, right, are going to be a little bit more challenging than the back, right? Mainly just because there's more to it. You have to remove the bolts in the front. I mean, in the underneath and on top if you got the original OEMs. Now, this is just mainly for this video to show the way to put on these on top, because on the internet, I was having the same problem everyone else was having with this Nylock nut on top being a problem getting on, and people doing things like cutting out up here and cutting Allen wrenches and all sorts of nonsense. But I'm going to show you what I just did to get this on there, and it's really simple and really easy, and you'll get it done. But I hope this is helpful for you, because it definitely made a world of difference for me, and I can't wait to give her a drive. It's going to be awesome. So, this is where is a good example of how to do this. People are talking online about cutting this out up here, all that stuff, cutting an Allen wrench so you can fit it under there so it stops it from spinning. This is what you do. Pull down the rubber, right, the rubber covering of the shaft, put a rag, one layer, vice grip it down, and then, as you can see, if I turn it without holding it, it starts turning it. This will allow the nut to go down, tighten down, the bolt to come through, and you can tighten it so that this is approximately the same width of the washer and the compressed on top here as well. Now, the only challenging bit after you're done with that, as you can see, the bolt's coming through a little bit. It's pretty much the same width as this, and I feel it up here on the top. It's the same width as the washer. So the only thing that's a little challenging now is getting this to be back, this rubber thing to be back over this lip here. So, I mean, just take your time. Don't tear at this. You know, use a combination of just, you know, pushing it up really hard, and it'll slip right over, you know, kind of thing. Just work at it. Don't tear at it with like too much. Just kind of be patient and just kind of work it up. She'll go up there. Yeah, so basically I just used my hand and just kind of kept squeezing up, just squeezing it up like that. It's hard to show with one hand, but use your fingers, push up, and there you go. She's back on there. Looks good. Now, we got that kind of out of the way. That's the most important thing about the video. But I think there's a couple things to show too. These rears are really easy to do. Do yourself a favor. Get like, you know, a half-inch gun. It makes it so much easier. I had one particular bolt up in the front left on the driver's side that was so seized up. It took forever to pull out, and like took me like an hour, at least an hour or two. So do yourself a favor. Spray these with PD Blaster. Don't be shy. Get them loosened up. I replaced the front bolts because they were so bad with 19s, and these ones were still okay, so I kept them. They're the 18s. So sometimes the bolts just gotta go. You know, it's just no longer gonna be useful, and it's gonna seize up again on you. So, yeah. So. Yeah, these are a little like more simple. There are tons of videos out there. You don't need to hear me doing it all, talking about it. But yeah, check these out. They really worked. Take your time. I have obviously a lot of rust up in mine, so I had to be careful when removing them, you know, all that good stuff. So to give you an idea, this was the bolt in the driver's side. That's a pretty good lighting on that right now. Like look at that. That's like terrible. So I replaced it. So do yourself a favor, make yourself not have to deal with that kind of stuff. Replace them. Sometimes they're just no longer good. But yeah, just hope this was useful for you, especially that trick for the front Nylock thing. Put a rag, vice grip it so it doesn't scratch on the and get yourself a 17 ratchet. That's what you need. That's what I used. And happy shock changing. So I'm being a little naughty right now. So I'm filming as I drive, but I needed to like record this because I just was really noticing driving on this particular road I'm on right now, where it's quite bumpy, a lot of like fixed patches and things like that. That I know, and I remember feeling like driving before. I'd be like constantly, whoa. The ride with these new shocks is much smoother. I felt like it was just kind of, with all the bumps being like, just like much stiffer and much more absorbent, and it just feels like it's just like just rolling over it. So I don't know. Good job, Bilstein. But yeah, definitely worth changing your shock, especially after 195,000 miles.